And we keep hearing about Democrats hoping for a blue wave in November, but we're seeing signs it could be more like a ripple. Ty Matsdorf is the former deputy executive director for the 2016 Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee. Colin Reed is the senior vice president of Definers Public Affairs and a columnist for the Boston Herald. Thanks for being here, guys. Okay, take a look at this. The Cook Political Report says that, making predictions in the House, that the Democrats will gain between 25 and 40 seats in the House, and Cook predicts that Democrats will gain as many as 2 seats in the Senate. Colin, I'll go to you first. What do you think of those predictions?
Well, Dana, I think it's pretty early for these kinds of predictions, and there's an old saying that...
But, you know, we don't care about that.
Right, of course. There's an old saying that good policy is good politics, and this week the Republicans had a good week on both fronts. On the policy side, I think the president had a triumph in North Korea, freeing the prisoners, as well as what happened with the Iran deal, which getting out of that will fire up his base. And then on the political front, crisis was averted in West Virginia. We got a strong candidate to challenge Joe Manchin, and now the battlefield really shifts to some red parts of the country where Republicans have strong challengers to take on some of these incumbent Republican Democrat senators.
Ty, the president today talking about lowering drug prices, and also we have this from Nancy Pelosi. Listen to this about how she says the Democrats are winning the tax war.
They're losing the public relations fight. They won the debate. They won the vote. They had the vote. They won the vote, but they have not won the public opinion of it, because the experience that people have is something very contrary to misrepresentations they have made about it.
I want to check my gut instinct on this with you, because something tells me maybe she knows something that Republicans don't.
I think that what you're seeing in polling is that people just aren't feeling the effects of it. You've got Republican outside groups spending millions of dollars a week to try and promote this bill. It's not getting above 50%. And look, like, I don't want to belittle people's paychecks. $50, $100, that means a lot to a lot of people. But when they see companies like Sheldon Adelson's making almost $1 billion in profit, it just seems skewed.
And so then, do you think that Democrats are smart to run on a message like what she is saying, which is to roll back what President Trump was able to get done on taxes?
I think that that's right. Like, I think that people's pocketbook is going to be the issue this cycle. And when you say to them, look, the Republicans have all the levers of power, and what did they do? They gave huge tax cuts to big corporations. We want to make sure that it's more balanced to focus on folks like you. And I think that that is a good, strong economic argument that works in blue districts, red districts, purple districts.
But Colin, if people are feeling like the economy is better, you see the right track, wrong track numbers improving for Republicans and for President Trump. They're feeling pretty good about foreign policy. I mean, the president's poll numbers are rising. You know, are Democrats going to be prepared to deal with it if he actually gets above 50% and looks like he's going to have a good summer?
Well, right. And I don't think it's any surprise to anyone who studied Nancy Pelosi that she wants to raise taxes. I do think it was a little more perplexing that she would announce it to the world, giving her political opponents a cudgel to use against their opponents in all these swing districts across the country. Again, to Ty's point, red or blue, people don't like higher taxes.
Let me also ask you about something else that happened today that Ty, you told me about today. The FEC, the Federal Election Commission, making a pretty big announcement. I want to get your take on it. They said this is a congressional candidate, Liuba Granish-Shirley, I hope I'm saying that right, on the child care battle, saying, we won. Thank you to the FEC commissioners for their unanimous vote to approve our request to use campaign funds for child care. This is a game changer for women and parents considering a run for office. How big a deal is this if you're trying to recruit younger people to run for office?
This is absolutely huge. You know, when people are asked to run for office, often they have to give up their job. They can't work full time. And so if you think Virginia 10, one of the most competitive congressional districts, if you're a young family, you're paying up to $5,000 a month for child care. If you can use campaign contribution to it, we absolutely should lower the barrier to entry. Like, not being personally wealthy shouldn't prevent you from running. And I think it says something that the FEC Commission, that agrees on nothing, unanimously approved this.
Yeah, were you surprised by this?
This might be one of those rare moments in Washington where we can have a bipartisan agreement that this is a good thing. I think more women running for office is good for both parties, and lowering the barriers for entry for women who want to get involved in politics is a good thing. So maybe we can find something on a Friday afternoon that we both agree on.
Had this been challenged before?
Yeah, in 1995, there was a male candidate who asked to use childcare when his wife traveled with him. But let's be honest, like, in 2018, women work, men work, so this benefits anybody that has a young family.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah. I also wanted to ask you about California, because I'm fascinated by this jungle primary situation, and that the Democrats have so many candidates running that they could actually split the vote so much that the top 2 vote getters could be Republicans and the Democrats could be boxed out. out.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Look, this is going to be a big challenge for Democrats this cycle. Usually enthusiasm and too much enthusiasm, you can't have enough, but this is one case. Look, I saw yesterday on your show you had Ben Ray Lujan, and he was talking all about it. Look, you're going to have to pick a horse and try and get them through.
What do you can Republicans exploit this?
I agree with Ty. It is a big problem for Democrats.
Mm-hmm. And so what can Republicans do to try to fix it?
Well, California is always going to be tough sledding, no matter what, no matter how good a year. But I think that the path to the House Democrat majority has to involve California. And if they're losing 1 or 2 seats there, that's 1 or 2 seats that's not going toward their total they need. So it could be a big problem in November.
Just getting back to the topic of the day, drug prices. How big a deal is that for constituents out there, and what are they looking for from the president or from the Democrats? Ty, I'll go to you first.
Sure. I mean, look, drug prices are always an issue, particularly in a midterm electorate where it's usually a little bit older of an electorate. You've got people who, have to unfortunately choose between drug prices and paying for food. So it's always going to be an issue. I think they want real solutions. Look, there's no silver bullet here. This has been an issue for years and years and years. And I think that they're going to be suspicious of anybody that says, I've got the magic key. I think it has to be a comprehensive approach.
But could it be that President Trump, because he doesn't come with all of the usual Washington, D.C. baggage around this issue, could maybe just sort of blow it up and start over?
Well, and I think seeing him out in the Rose Garden today shows that he's making it a serious issue, and he doesn't come from a particularly confined set of political ideology. So maybe that'll give him the flexibility to do some interesting things.
It's pretty interesting. As you look at all the polling about what people care about most, or like what their concerns are, healthcare continues to be right at the top. So, all right, Ty Matsdorf and Colin Reed, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.